day for him against this rudderless crew team. Kesnet, he's the IGL on the defensive side.
What do we got, man?
On the attack.
G2 on defense, crew on attack. No raid boss. Nothing too mental. And yeah, people that are new to watching G2 here, you're going to see... Normally when I watch this, Jonah P is just a magnet for wherever they go. Somehow they always end where Jonah P is when I watch G2.
Smoke's traded there over towards Mound as well. Icy has a crack at it. Valen opting not to swing with, they'll allow the door to shut.
And with this passive positioning from G2, just back in tree, unless they open that door, try and get a peek, which it looks like they might re-clear. It could be the crew are pushing up there. They don't know, but there is the door
the sounds
open.
I can up the volume a little bit from them, right?
They're working towards Mound now.
Let me put it here and hopefully it's at a good level.
G2 did get the re-clear at A, so now they can re-establish their resources elsewhere.
Both teams are 5-3. Yeah, it's a really big game.
B-side, but it's C-side rather, but it's Leaf that you're trying to get through. One of the toughest nuts to crack on this roster. Paranoia goes whizzing past his right here, and he opts to give the space up as the smokes come down.
No option.
Jack, hello, Jack. Hello.
Situations where G2 thrive.
Loving the work at the moment, man. Appreciate the 5 months.
Shy tries to peek as he knows Kesnet's facing some scrutiny. Can't finish the kill. Smoke up on site to break it up just that little bit more as he would hope to peer over it. Paranoia connects with MTA, 2 players here. It's a reckless push there from Kesnet. He gets the one and it's traded out instantly.
Hey, that might be the kill that decides the back of sight from Valen.
Still in this post plant. Here's Leaf, swinging it at Heat from the high ground, able to get him, but gets taken low, but now it's up to Shy. Valen v Shy, and Valen gets the better of him.
Yeah, made the jump up there, big round from Valen.
What a lovely reposition there at the very end by the
I mean, this was just a standard kind of C hit, to be honest. Played on info over towards C.
Big retakes.
It just all came down to Jules, that's it.
To excel. This is
Amau, right? Is that how I say the name? Thank you for the 3 months.
At this point.
Game is still viable on Lotus. Yes, it's just the fact that your attack is pretty hard.
Icy most recently, and it's that foundation that allows them to be one of the best teams that we have right now.
Speaking of changes, Coach Adam from KRU, tweets out, he says, keep your expectations reasonable for MTA. He's filling some big shoes, some new roles as well. How many Viper games has he had so far?
Quite literally 0 rounds of Viper.
Right, that's not
played professionally.
Alright, let's focus in because Kesnet gets dropped Guardian from Shy, buys heavy armor.
But they don't have time. They have 2 games left. This one and 1 more against C9. And the stakes
now they know
obvious.
Because he had to shoot the
team
turret.
that wins this, they are in playoffs.
KRU usually don't mince words on these saves. They usually go straight for the jugular and try and make something happen. Door thrown open there. Melza sees no one hiding back in that corner. It will be 2 stacked on this C side for G2.
Yeah, and Kesnet throws his nade back side, and that means that the double molly stay up.
B side of the map, the lurk wall keeps Valen at 8 for now.
A little smoke from Valen offers a one-way opportunity for Jonas. This hit's going to come in. Kesnet with the first.
Yeah, hold up. Yeah, that's a gun down. They might have to fight sight, and he didn't get to put his mollies up. Alright, that is an absolute hero round. Hero gun for a hero.
They make the investment in Kesnet. Get him a Guardian this round, and he is hit home.
They will always do it. They will spend the cash to give Kesnet a Guardian.
As the Killjoy went down early.
Like this, and it pays off
alarm bot over towards B. Melza really wanted to make sure he wasn't going to mess it up. And still went down. Okay, insane round, and they pick up the 2 best guns of Bulldog.
Obviously, from Kesnet, starting off hot right now. He was statistically, for essentially all of stage 1, up there. Him and Osbos, the top 2
nice round, solid round from them.
And it's been a bit slow for
yeah,
him
it was a little bit unlucky for
stage 2, but
it was a little bit unlucky for Leaf there, but he did come up on the mini-map, that's why the spam was so perfect for his smoke.
A couple of G2's weapons there. Turning this game on its head early.
Kesnet able to make use of the smoke. Valen threw down there, playing from the edge of it.
And crucially now, Kesnet already won off of the showstopper. That is absurd.
Yeah, and that's literally the ult here. He's so fine with them investing the ult into this. I know they're up against like a really low eco. It's one of those so early on. If you can invest the ult, you can keep like 4 or 5 people alive. It's incredible.
And off of all of that pressure, look at the rest of the crew. They know that they can just walk into C.
Yeah, but as soon as they push over towards A, and no one pushes this without multiple people, right? I rarely see a team actually like make sound push this with less than 3. So you kind of know once they push over towards A, the comms come in. Means that C should at least be out by like 1 person max.
Now this is nice. I love crew taking this forward space.
Paranoid though, they kind of read it, but the weaponry favors crew in a big way. Icy and Trent, last 2 standing. Now they're going to try and group up here through halls. It's a tough fight to take there for
And the good news about this is pretty much everyone that didn't have ult was getting the kills here. Kesnet only got 1. Yeah, so now we're closer to Mal's ult, and we're really close to Heat's ult as well. Yeah, they're actually playing it perfect at the moment.
You want to take some of that space into halls.
Love that Kesnet backed off there.
Superior guns. They do just that. 4v5, but they converted with ease. A nice shot from Jonah, who shown that he can be a deadly Viper on this map. Back at Shanghai was just putting up absurd numbers against teams the likes of Heretics, the best that we have in the game.
There.
We got guns, Wyatt.
Got guns, one being an Odin.
And immediately it's going to be that Odin just spamming away towards A main. It's so common, of course, in tree, the paper-thin walls. You get the opportunity to spam onto that ult orb close by as well.
Kesnet wants to move up here. Horn catches nothing. Takes the standard challenge, and that's going to be smoked off, allowing crew here to scale into this part of the map through rubble.
Yeah, that attacking side crew yet to really burst out of A. They're taking their time. They're ready to absorb some of that G2 utility if it comes and then push up. Crucially though, again, eyes on Kesnet. He has got that showstopper.
Such a solid round though. They just pick up the A orb. We now got double ults. The only thing that G2 have is Omen ult. If Icy gets a kill, he gets his own ult though, so gotta stay on top of that.
Potentially positioned to double
Not want to give the Raze a kill.
Spike swings back.
Dude, they're not gonna fake with Fade ult, are they?
And looks like that is what is afoot here.
Might work.
Leaf is going to take that.
Yeah, they are.
Nightfall to fake
Keep
this?
an eye on the Viper. Does Viper overstep? No, Jonah P stays strong.
Jonah P stuck around that corner.
Jonah P hears them running away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he had so many.
They might have to actually commit in after
20 seconds, they can all rotate over towards A. Do they try and just smoke this off and fight here? Dude, the Omen's going through sight. Oh my god, it's so risky.
Valen was hoping for a timing, but he gets paranoid off the
I think G2 could play this better, but let's see.
Play the retake on A. They give out all the map, but Jonah at least has a flank timing.
Not able to get in fast, our G2. The Paranoia expended as well. Basically no utility to play with for this retake.
Tree smoked off. Satchel gets Icy onto the side, but he's spotted out. Here's that showstopper we've been talking about. Kesnet finds one with the nade,
yeah,
one with the showstopper.
and he just uses nade before to get a kill, so he gets another nade. Shot, that was a big kill. I think G2 could have come up with a better plan here. I really do. Like with this info with the 4, with these 3 being here, maybe he didn't hear as 4 as clearly as I thought he did.
Because I don't think the Nightfall connected with a single player, but that could have gotten seriously.
Yeah, if I'm a coach here, I'm probably calling a timeout. I would love to know what the comms were like.
You know, into the drop, that's the freest kill you can get. There's nowhere
Looked indecisive, real indecisive.
Catches the second, and it's Kesnet off to that hot start, turning the game in Crew's tides on 2 rounds now. That crucial anti-eco and the first gun round.
Crew have a tendency to push into stacks sometimes. They feel like they get close to the end of the round.
Yeah, I reckon Jonah P only had 1 or maybe 2.
So passive from G2.
Fighting more aggressively for A now, or G2, and it's going to be Crew controlling Mound. Perhaps there for a second considering accelerating, but
shout out to Heat for having the confidence to call them back once the ult hit no one.
On this anti-eco when the game is so much in your favor this early.
G2 so disciplined, they rarely ever overpeak. Maybe erring on the side of caution in this game so far.
And with Crew off to this great start, I'm thinking about the fact that they even picked this map in the first place. It's always been a rock-solid one for G2. Crew recently, they lost it to Sen. It was a very close game. And of course, Sen are one of the best teams that we have. But you know, I was thinking going into this, maybe Crew would pick Icebox. They like that map. It's a weak one for G2, maybe Split even. But it's a bold choice. They're facing G2 on one of their strong maps.
Prowler's here to delay this push through tree, but it's going to be coming one way or another, and Valen is tapped up already. The Molly, scary prospect.
It just misses him.
For now, so we can actually maintain this drop position. Could be decent to take the attackers by surprise. Valon needs to find a timing and may have just given himself away here already. Poison
understands that he's there. Oh, they have a Viper lineup for this? That's pretty cool. Wait, they've been adding some stuff in.
MTA waiting for that one from the low ground. Double face by
and then they higher lower. Wait, the crew have been adding to this map. We've got new afterplant positions. We have new afterplant smoke.
Letho coming in from the backside, only able to find the one. Eventually, G2 have to commit in some way or another. It's ICV3. Satchel back to the high ground. Now we see the
that's a really good sign, man. I know it's an eco, but that's a really good sign.
Rifles retained, and the economy is already getting outrageous for the LATAM side on attack. It is the favorite side of Lotus, and certainly so with these comps. They are the standard ones that we have seen all year long. You know, sometimes now when teams are throwing in the Neon and the Breach and even the Deadlock Cypher like Sen, you know, maybe it gets a little bit more defensive-sided with that being the case, but historically, what we've seen with this standard 2024 stuff is that it is an attack-sided map, and it was the attack side where KRU almost had that miracle comeback against Sen, and what was it, 7 rounds in a row that they got, so opportunity for a very hot start as the underdog in this game.
Second gun round of the map here for G2. An opportunity now to claw some of those rounds back. Kez that almost gets a catch there. And IC will be embedded right in this corner. Trent, of course, with the Odin can play off this to some degree. Spray through these walls, but KRU slowly inching forward. That's the door. Timing's good for Icy though. We'll take one.
Good
back
nade
away
as
behind
well.
the paint shell. Takes a big hit though through that Viper wall and needs to fully extract himself.
Nicely done from Icy. Just gonna slip away.
Okay, one of the first times to get the first kill, right?
With his life. And this is a crucial moment actually.
You take out one of the big agents that pretty much allows you to get through this one-way into door. So they might want to be looking at B instead of A.
Risk to do so. Probably not going to be able to get that very crucial ultimate into the round.
G2 with a syncopation here though. They take that kill. Icy backs away.
MTA took a little dink there. I like the smoke from Valon. Flash to stop them and try and make them go back towards A.
Paranoia for delay from Valon.
Don't think about the fade, they're going to be doing that. And now they have no Omen Flash to retake. Dude, if Shy gets a kill, pretty much the round.
And another post plant, the push up.
Again, Kesnick just going for it here, really.
Bro, they're so proactive.
Leading the charge. Being very decisive on some of these little individual pops. He'll keep an eye on Heaven for the time being. Here is Leaf. Spots him once more. Kesnick now, he's brought low. Leaf can clean him up. Melser and Shy here, the ones standing front and center.
Very nice, man. This was great. Yeah, this is a really impressive 4v5. Realize they don't have the fade, can't get over towards here, so they insta have a backup plan of putting the Omen back towards B. They're just good for the split. And the after plan, they were very proactive. Realize again, still 4v5. They gotta try and get a kill. They get a kill here, and then they keep going for more.
I'm going to assume Kesnet, since he's the one taking
like stage 1 crew, yeah. It's very good at the moment.
What a nice way to...
And they're playing off each other.
That was seemingly lost. Continue this early momentum. KRU look electric.
I mean, how often do we see that like late round audible go to B with a player disadvantage work out? Really impressive stuff by Kesnick to surge up to find a kill in Link and a kill in Upper to really set things up for KRU.
And typically with G2, I'm very impressed with their fast floods on this Lotus defense. You know, meaning when that attacking side is getting into the site, when the spike is being tapped, they will explode back.
Yeah, they've got to be more decisive at the moment.
Planted. And they have not
been able to do that
so far. And frankly, on one of those earlier rounds, I believe round 4, they were definitely given an opportunity to do so. It was
coming home. Yeah, apparently so.
And they were gathered up around
honestly,
it, but they've been slower.
Semis now though, right? That's actually doable.
Giving KRU this opportunity.
As soon as you get hope, that's when it all comes crashing down.
You know, so much of the narrative here was about how G2 would be inherently favored, being a really meticulous, you know, very calling.
Remember what I said? Trust me, I got no hope. It's fine.
Given up so much of the map time and again to KRU.
Even if they get to a final, I got no hope.
These retakes that have seemed ill-fated from the outset, they'll be again down to this pistol buy. Why? Yes, Of course, a lockdown, nightfall,
another eco, and if they wanted to,
several big ultimates in
they could make sure that they have the big ults for their next big buy rounds. Another ult for Kesnet.
Be forced to use that lockdown in an awkward situation.
What the hell is going on?
What is he at? 12 kills already? 12 for 3?
Yeah, he's ripping them apart.
I mean, this is the Kesnet that we know, the Kesnet that was taking over in stage 1, that led KRU on that 5-game winning streak. It's been downhill since then.
What is going on?
I mean, he is doing his damnedest to bring them
when he
back
plays like
into
this,
the winning position.
There's not much you can do. There's actually not much you can do. And it's going to be another round where they can literally save the ults. They can even get the orb, get the plant on Viper, and make sure they have Viper ult. Look at him go. Chester 1802, thank you so much for the 19 months, man. Appreciate the prime. Not quite yet. Kind of soon, though. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you.
The two that were the top of the Alpha and Omega groups. And then G2 just smacked them around in the playoffs. Such a clean 2-0. Just kicked them off the mountaintop, and they haven't
watching
been
the game as a coach. I mean, it's the same as watching it like VOD review as a player.
Again, we'll have G2 set up here, looking to perish to the blast.
I will always say that I think that one of the big benefits that a majority of players, and not all players, because I don't know about like every player, but a lot of players can definitely benefit from watching. It's probably the fastest way to learn stuff.
Leviathan before that, so they've generally been very solid on this map, but now they're going to feed themselves to the beast.
There's always a lot to learn in this game. I think to kind of think that you know everything about this game is madness.
I mean, like
there's always going to be something small or even big that someone, or even a different way of thinking about the game where you can learn.
G2 made their run that no one expected. You know, we would have thought the KRU could have been, should have probably been after stage 1, one of the teams at Shanghai, but it was G2, a team that most people counted out of that race. They make it all the way to top 3.
Players have their own coaches or just a team coach. Some people have like aim coaches and stuff. We like in Liquid, I kind of did a little bit of individual coaching just because when we had 2 players that hadn't played the game come into the game. So we did a lot of like individual stuff to get them up to pace. Bacon would do stuff with players as well. So it's a good mix of
right now gathered up outside of B.
Like player coaching and team coaching. Bro, they don't miss a shot at the moment. How many first kills have they got?
He's set up on B. Lockdown, of course, here deployed by Shada trying to set
Killjoy off for Killjoy. They have a small window where they could get a plant. He's gonna ult and cancel the ult to dodge the ult, so that if they do fast flood, he's here ready for it. And this play from NTA is everything. Oh, they know he's here. Oh, bro, he could have mollied.
Now it's Melter all alone. He was a long way from the action.
Yeah, he wanted to duel with his team.
Paranoia over towards the spike, but from above it's Fallon! That's beautiful! One more and he's got the job done. Train is half. Back through the smoke.
Yeah, I was worried that he was sticking it. Shout out to Valen for insta smoking this. I think if KRU had a little bit of composure there, they could have won this. Like, they actually pinched on the 2 people outside of Hobbit here, and if the Viper just mollies off of the wall into that corner where they're double pinching, they win that round.
Icy invested that showstopper to get the first pick, and it was a crucial one, no doubt. It allows them, more space in that baby door where all of KRU were gathered up. That investment is massive from the side of G2. And look at the state of their economy. If they lose this, they're going to be on a
that's very true. They literally won a round where there was only one person surviving.
KRU, however, are playing with house money.
Yeah, so they understand how big this is, so they insta-invest the... Oh.
KRU maybe in towards his Killjoy utility. Prowler will check briefly.
When G2 normally do this, are they the team that always puts the alarm bot here? I can't remember. So maybe they go searching for an alarm bot.
He does have one more Prowler, which is an effective counter to the Viper's pit. It can seek out Jonah P, get the information on his position, try and spam him down, or take that moment to push through the pit. But they're going to avoid that entirely. They're going to work
okay, so they have looked a little bit at it. They like to put an alarm bot here, so they do the molly for the alarm bot that might be there. So nice to see the crew have done a bit of research. G2 obviously changed it up, as you can see from the minimap, but it's still a good sign.
Some maintained presence from crew at C. Again, really light hold for G2 over at A. They're going to give up much of this, I'd say. Trent's going to get some action here, though.
Dude, Kesnet was so tempted to send that.
Oh, dear.
Some damage coming through, but that is
he did good damage.
We're gonna have to wait that out because they don't have any prowlers to go through it. They can't just throw away their lives there. So further
30 seconds on
the
this
side of G2 to fight for A with the clock getting low. 22 seconds left.
Paranoia still up here for Valen.
Ever with the molly towards the back as well.
That was the Paranoia that got thrown through, and finally Icy chooses this moment.
This amount of map control should be pretty hard.
Attacking Viper's Pit now set up on the side, but they're still going to go for it. Here comes a Nightfall, and immediately Kesnet is brought down. League tries for another one. It's Shy and MTA to try and hold it down. And Trent is taking his time. Shy, a loose end. Will he see Icy's dome here as he swings around? The timing might not favor him, and it doesn't. G2 get themselves now in a 4v1.
Yeah, very nice from Jonah P. Yeah, they just didn't have much map control, and as soon as this guy dies, that was like the only bit. They didn't have the freedom to go through door and get out of there.
They get 4 rounds on the board. That's not bad for Lotus defense if you convert that second half pistol round. They're starting to get into the game, and honestly, it's Icy doing it. You know, a duelist that, frankly, if you look at the
round having 2 ults. They were really, they weren't in a good spot, man.
To someone like Kesnet, who is
like map control wise, they had nothing. They were like heavy unfavored. And as soon as these two doubled up, that was it as well.
A few first bloods already.
I watched the England game. Nah, I was sleeping, but I watched I watched like a highlight thing.
Structure versus the maverick of Kesnet. He's the one that is making these decisions, trying to be proactive and leading the way in many of these attacking rounds. You can see the contrast play out there as Icy is able to find crucial kill involvement and an inflection point in that round.
Absolutely, and Crew, they're now forced on
Friend's reaction.
Timeout.
Was he doing a watch party?
I do really respect Adam as a coach. I think he's been massively influential in the ascension of Crew that we've seen, you know, since kind of began last year. They had that flash in the pan run at LCQ, you know, struggled when they made champs and struggled in the kickoff this year, but then finally went on the most consistent run that they had with those 5 wins in a row. And I do think he really does deserve a lot of credit for it.
And he's had more work to do since that run, because then he's had to come up with a solution. Obviously, with Klaus moving to the bench, MTA struggled with injury in the first part of this season. Now has a chance to come in, but has to pick up the flex role. And so many of these agents he's just not touched. So far, not so bad.
You know, so long as he can find his way as that role player, provide the utility.
Crew now, after 2 in a row, and with how that round went, especially using these ults, these ults, actually pretty far behind in ult economy. So G2 have
again, aggressive posturing here, but Melsa punishes Icy. System duelist down.
I'm glad I didn't finish the sentence.
Prowler through the wall means that yes, Crew still want to go for
Feels like Crew keep getting the first kill though, all the time. Dude, Melsa and Kesnet's aim right now is disgusting.
Being torn to pieces.
Smoke from Valen to control tree. That was the first time Crew really burst out A and fought very aggro early. No one from G2 were ready to break that haunt. A misplay, and it cost Icy his life. Not the kind of thing you expect from G2. Surely a player should be ready for that.
Tried to throw in a variation to G2. Maybe sick of giving up that A side of the map every single round. The Crew love that. They love taking contact. They want to push out on you early in the round.
And just cut sound, wait for the 3 to go.
Baby door smoke here. This will much to be Leaf's chagrin. Paranoia is going to force Valen off this angle. Now Tree under the control of Crew, and they are far from done. Valen able to find a good little peek there. Leaf getting involved as well. Trent with the C's by a bit of time now.
Pretty good.
Leaf has a bit of a crossfire.
Doable 2v3.
There it is. Okay, Spike goes loose and it's Melsa. Started the round well. Now has to
nah, this guy's shooting way too good.
Good stuff there for
This guy's shooting way too good.
Crew hoping that noise cut would cause some kind of rotation, but for G2, unnecessary. They're in a 3v5. Let's take a little bit of a risk. Let's go off of a read from Valen that we can just be steadfast in this site, and it was almost the undoing of Crew. Less from Melsa just having such a round. I mean, look at that hold again. It lit up all 3 players. No one prepared to break it. Just a fundamental
their shots right now. They're so fast, man.
Puts them on the back.
Even that kill on Leaf looked fast. The trades from MTA.
After a dismal first 2 weeks.
He's playing entry on that A side as Omen.
He kind of
At
is.
this point, has even overtaken Kesnet on the scoreboard, which is pretty wild. And now KRU are back to that slow start towards A. You know, they have that KJ turret, watching for any push out towards Mound, which is something G2 really haven't opted for. And they win the fights here again, KRU.
Dude, how many first kills is this though? I feel like I've only seen 2 or 3 rounds where G2 have got the first kills.
They just straight up lose their duels. Wise man once said, you got your shot, you die. G2 now down to 3. 2 players from stairs for G2, and they're going to rely on pulling Leaf out, maybe playing from upper A as a third.
And what do? Do they go for a 3v5 with the economy in this dire of a situation? Do they want to be on eco?
I think... Wait, what? Gotta save her.
For the final round?
I'll refresh after. Ah, yeah.
Wing finds one. That's the best he can hope for, though. And now they're stacked up for Kesnet, and he has a feast on him.
They went to save.
A rare indecision there from G2.
Yeah, they went to save, and then he got him. I think they got a kill, and then they were tempted. Went for the save, and then get wrecked.
It is tragic for their side. You know, surely they just save those up. Try to go for that 4th. I do think 4 rounds is
really indecisive. It's been the story the whole time. Feels like.
Is this early pop facilitated for G2 by any util that we can really see? Because it feels like is that util the walls come down, they've got nothing but raw aim to try and win.
Absolutely right.
16-7 and what? 14-5 was that?
Look a bit unlike
I must have more than 5 down.
Perhaps it's KRU's
Maybe
play
not.
right now. Their confidence, you know, their willingness to be so proactive, swing together. That's throwing them off,
one away from another ult.
But you know, you expect better fundamentals here from a team like G2.
They have the unmitigated confidence of your average reply guy right now, KRU. They do not care.
Yeah, as soon as you know that. Whoa, and the rest of his team reacts by coming to help him.
That's not good for the mental.
Dude, they are out aiming them so heavy.
G2 players,
they're not missing.
Swing,
they're actually not missing.
And, I mean, frankly, that is a good decision. Look at the firing squad from KRU. Crosshairs trained on that angle. It wasn't just MTA close, it was the rest of them towards Mound. And there was a Prowler to re-clear towards A. Just feign like they're going to head towards rubble, re-clear all that space, maybe go for the hit, but it's
John QT with the Prime. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate you using the Prime on me. Welcome into Slug Club. Does he check right? Does he check right? Yes, he does. And Leaf doesn't melt him down. 21 HP. It's all going so right, KRU.
Shades of Rafa there, Mitch. Little old man reference. Now into the 5-on-3.
Is anyone else in here? I do. That's the sad part. My goodness. MTA here will be the most forward player set up on that ramp here. Smoke towards Halls is going to cut Trent out of the action for now, but Shai just sits and bites his time. G2 steamroll.
Hey, that was a slaughter. Oh my god.
That is the best KRU that I have seen so
far.
Yeah,
that was so dominant. When a team is
the communal calling system, it was working.
Yeah, when a team is calling like this and they are firing like this, more importantly, I don't know what you can do, really.
To re-clear in the mid-round, but out of that timeout, they chose the perfect time to hit that area of the map hard. Really catching out G2, making them look so out of sorts.
And the confidence is there. It's absolutely brilliant. Kesnet 17-7, Melsa 14-5. Much more to come from this series.
B3_9 as well with the tier 1. Appreciate you doing that, man. Thank you for the support also, dude. Welcome into the Slug Club. Thank you, thank you. Oh. Hey, we never do this. Yeah. Okay. They started just doing the halftime so they can spam some ads, maybe? Contoni with the Prime. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, thank you. Like the change, yeah, it's kind of out of the blue, this one. Gotta hit the ad quota, maybe.
Welcome back, everyone, as we're in the middle of a halftime here on Lotus between KRU and G2. KRU currently up right now. We just want to take this opportunity to extend a formal apology to Kesnet. We were not familiar with your game,
That's
brother.
so funny,
and
man.
we're really sorry about that because you're kind of popping off, my king. In any case, though, let's move on, though. Talk about Kesnet. The man has been on fire, Ender. Nothing can stop him.
Yeah, and so much so that on round 2, after losing Pistol, Shy buys Kesnet a Guardian. Kesnet buys himself heavy armor, and then he drops a 4K to win out here. They didn't buy anything
that
else.
Snowballed a lot for them.
Exactly, because then it's shutting G2 down, so they can't buy in round 3. Then round 4, they've got their buy again, but Kesnet has ultimate already online. He uses that to win another round. G2's econ is broken again, so it's a string of 5 rounds in a row.
Tech Force? I mean, no, it should just be half-time.
Right now, it's so snowbally, and there's so much momentum involved into it. And I guess he did wake up saying to
Pretty much
himself
400,
that
yeah. He's.
interview was real.
So, yeah,
I wonder what Mel's is as well.
Of you know, running something like this where you don't
Him
have
and
an
Mel's
IGL,
are
you
both
really do
doing
have the freedom to do whatever you please, whatever you want.
Yeah.
But honestly, they looked like they were doing things good. It was good.
Guardian Force, yeah, that
like
decided a lot.
Together in their post plants was lights out from.
Well, now we're flipping the switch here. Let's see what KRU could do.
On the teams talk in halftime? No, everyone can talk in halftime. And I think that's why they do it. They want to try and even it out, because obviously pre-show, you have a long time to talk anyway with your coaches. Like, coaches can talk in halftime as well. I think that's why they want a longer pause, so it's like, feels more even.
About that community calling style on attack, where Meltzer will make the final decision if there's a bit of back and forth. But on defense, it is the Kesnet show. And frankly, their defense in stage 2 so far, I have not liked it too much. Against Sen on this map, they were throwing some rounds away in tragic fashion, losing 4v2s. And throwing the map away because of it. It was a 13-11
Okay,
loss.
so Jonah P and Leaf have gone for what we are calling the Genji pistol. Double Sheriff. Genji win a lot of their pistols. A hell of a lot of their pistols, to be honest. And when you can shoot strong, and you can punish jump peaks like that, which I think this was. Damn, look at his confidence. Wow, look at him. Look at him go, dude.
Chance to get his
5 HP.
Gets the 2. Icy has to expend some
The Leaf hears a lot of this, and Kesnet's dead.
He always has one, but Kesnet's ready. And Leaf throws his head back. Frustration, I'm sure. He felt like he had the soul read, but Kesnet doesn't have one.
And now silently, it's G2 just creeping into that B site. Jonah P pressed up. He's already got one nice shot with the Sheriff. He's going to have to do a lot more with Icy this low on HP.
No util to work with. Here's the double swing around the corner.
Oh, he didn't have his gun out when I said it, chat.
Kesnet, check your 6, son. Okay, 1 for 1. Jonah P here with a big iron. That's 1. 50 HP in a dream. Heat not looking much better with only a ghost to work with. Gives it a tap. Here comes Jonah.
Yeah, nicely done, bro. Okay, still is a pistol each, by the way, because obviously G2 got E-codes. And they might have to do something similar. The good news is they got a plant, so they can definitely get a better force way.
Little jump at the end. You know, I think if you just tried to strafe out of the way, he might have made it, but I think that was just a bit of a mishap there. Kesnet with that read onto Leaf.
Yeah, this shot.
The awareness, that single shot, oh my god, that is filthy work from Jonah for the entry. And unfortunately, that was all for naught.
Yeah, just caught on the masonry there. Yeah, that was after he thought he had a timing on Kesnet, did Leaf. Pushed up towards Link.
I thought he had the timing too. They don't go for the force buy, they just go for 4 sheriffs because they got the plant. And Prowler doesn't clear here. Oh yeah, nade on spam on top. Oh, I thought he was gonna have a little spam on top there.
And of course, it's the star of KRU Kesnet. They are always going to get that upgraded rifle for him whenever they can. Round 2, full armor, Vandal in his hands.
He's on one right now. It'd be crazy not to serve him up whatever he asks for. Now G2 slow it down. They don't fully pull out of rubble though. Oh man, they're taking so much poke. Jonah now down to 35 as well.
And you know, despite talking about how against Sentinels, KRU's defense was very lackluster, a lot of silly mistakes, thrown away rounds. Will that even matter at this point? When they've converted this pistol? When they're surely going to be up 11-3? Surely G2
Alright, just comes back online as they're trying to walk in.
I see what you're doing.
And Bob is molly here as well, double mollies. Gonna be 5 seconds. They gotta make a call.
Snake bite poison orb combination says no.
30
We're down to 29
left.
in the round. Still very distributed across the map. Our crew, they're not sure.
There's no help here for a little bit. Okay, smoke comes in. Oh, this actually has a bit of potential for G2 right now. I know they're low, but...
Shy and Kesnet to play through Waterfall's Leaf, sprays wildly through the masonry at them. It's Kesnet caught out by a Prowler, and Shy tries to wrap to the left, finds nothing, forced back. Kesnet wants to hold his ground, but he goes 1 for 1. At least Shy can get the trade. Weaponry
oh my god.
For Crew. And that's a 2v1.
Yeah, can't get the plant down, but they did a lot of damage here. Considering it was like 4 sheriffs, they did a lot of damage.
That's a side note, and they have converted 11 to 3.
Shy and Kesnet had me sweating there. I'm not going to lie. The duo was close to the C site, so they just tried to spill their way in.
Yeah, there was no one close to the Viper for a little bit.
Oh, that could have gone.
They really thought it was a B.
I mean, Shy barely crossed back in one of those moments with 6 HP from sight into waterfall. One of those straight right-click classic bullets hit him. Oh, that could have gone.
Oh, that was the last
so
7 bullets.
But they're able to convert.
I mean, that is beautiful from Shy. They kind of disrespect the smoke thrown behind them there that staggers them out from the rest of their team. So it essentially makes it, 2 instances of 2v4 there for Crew. Shy, they're built a little bit different. There's a good chance here, I think, to put G2 under the microscope a little bit now, as they're going to have one real chance here to have a successful gun round to stay in this map. A map that they have only lost once in Americas this whole season. They don't look themselves, I'll say that much.
No, they really didn't on that defensive half. I think they're going to have a serious mental reset after this map. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but this lead just feels insurmountable, and it doesn't feel like their heads are in the game right now. Josh RT, their long-standing coach, going to try to fix that. The man that's been with them for, like a year and 7 months now, brought them to that Ascension tournament, got them into partnership, has been such a great coach with the team, but with only 3 on the board against Crew's 11. How much can one coach do?
Alza could do a lot of damage into this round.
It's a little bit of an underpowered bonus, but boy, do they have a buffer of rounds to work with.
5 people that he can one-shot.
Heads up, purchases that Outlaw G2, all light armors, 1 shot from him. That connects will result in a kill.
That's why Mills is playing an off angle over towards
I mean, he sets up over towards C. As long as they don't go back to C.
Crew are really stacked up towards C right now. Perhaps a little bait play. They're hoping that Melser maybe gets that first contact.
They come and see.
And then the rest of the team try to
okay, so they're going to Prowler. He's going to shoot the Prowler. They're going to hear the Outlaw. They're not going to swing after they hear the Outlaw, right?
Melser is waiting. Spinning the web, but force off the angle here by
that was
the Prowler.
Completely different to how I thought that was going to go. Dude, he went for the pre-fire.
Behind that smoke here and give control of Mount to G2.
But do they dare commit? Does Valen have the read on this? Or will they commit to their own?
Yeah, all he's trying to do is bait them in. Bait them into the 4-passer stack.
It looks like he just wants to keep some presence on C.
Problem is, that's like the scariest gun for them right now.
Some other players, typically the KJ is going to be there. You could see him trying to clear out that utility, while the rest of the team work back towards A. Valen, a little too wise for a play
if
like
MTA
that.
Can get 1,
done
great.
Though, 23 seconds
he can get out of that and stay alive, he's done great also.
Prowler into tree,
oh yeah, definitely. Keep running, man. Keep going to spawn.
Nothing. Nada. Zilch. But space has been created for G2 to get a post-plant set up here. And Valen
yeah, that was the scary gun down.
And at this point, Crew, they'll be content just dealing
yeah,
as much
MTA is going to pick this one up.
they can against G2.
Oh.
Valen knows it. He's about to get double-faced here. MTA first and Shy second. Oh, that's... Well, not what he's looking for there. That was ugly spray. Giving up a gun there is going to hurt. The rest of the cleanup should be relatively elementary. It's now 2 Vandals for Crew. Still more damage to do, and that's all Kesnet wants. He wants to rattle the cage.
Yeah, wants to get another ult.
A bit of a rabble. This is all he's going to get for the round here. Kesnet will be bowing out as G2. Oh, give up another gun. Oh, man. It doesn't get any easier, Wyatt.
And already even going down, inching
His
closer
aim is
to
so
getting the
fast.
showstopper activated again in the first half.
They did really good damage. For the bonus, taking 3, like you can't really. Considering how much they actually had into it gun-wise, they can't ask for more than that.
And frankly, Mitch, this is the trouble with trying to make comebacks happen in Valorant. Eventually, everyone is going to be able to press Q and probably win that round, probably get to 12 on the board.
Yeah, so you have like 1 or 2 deterministic round wins, in theory, per half at least. And that's all KRU really need. Still, now KRU make the buy. Decent conversion off the bonus.
Actually on his head.
Damage-wise, Valen,
yeah. Holy, the util. Okay, it's done.
Oh, G2, please. I mean, these are the mistakes that you would never expect from a team like this. 2 times now in
did they not just change up their fade, eh?
Breaking the hawk, several players getting lit up, 3 kills for KRU. So disastrous, man. So unlike them.
We're talking about the most meticulous, disciplined team in Americas. Right now, they look extremely scattered. Prowler's pass like ships in the night as G2 are still grouped up towards Rubble, and Kesnick says, don't mind if I do. Flawless here for KRU.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, the nade tempo was incredible as well.
Just this attempt to brute force back into Rubble, getting bogged down by more utility, more presence being shown there from Heat, more Prowlers. Look at this on, and then it brings up another.
Hey, yeah, was it not this one? Was it not the new one that goes on top of a tree? On top of this, whatever this guy is, the flower thing.
And Heat, one of 2
That's so OP. I've seen BBL start to use that. I think it's BBL, maybe it's FUT.
Keep them coming.
It was one of the Turkish teams.
It's been the recipe for success apparently on KRU. Maybe things will work out for MTA, Mitch.
All right, 8 chances. And man, they've been so good. Dude, look at this buy as well. Good news is if they can get this round, they get close to some of these ults, but not gonna win this map.
This game has been
2 sheriffs for them. Trent is 1 orb away from that nightfall if they can find it somewhere. But that's going to be tough with his presence from KRU on this A side.
B2.
Oh my god, bro. That's so close to killing Jonah P. Yeah, and they thought that it fully cleared them though, so Malzero gives him a gun.
Heat under pressure here with the C's, and the rocket from Kesnit lands true.
And he saw the other person on site as well, so they know about this guy over towards heaven.
It's playing safe with nothing but that sheriff to work with here, and the spike is still heading over this.
You gotta go heavy for this guy. Yeah, man, their reactions and everything is so nice.
Double facing, lovely fundamentals.
And they know that this guy's around here.
They struggle with it all round. All the util in the world, all the King's Horses.
Fade on top of it.
Oh,
okay. Dude, what a slaughter. G2 are normally pretty unreal at this map as well. This is a real statement.
KRU deliver on Lotus.
And that is a shocking result on Lotus.